Hi Libras, welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your July through August love and relationship reading. So this is going to focus mainly towards August since we're nearing the end of July. But also check out your general reading for July if you haven't yet, and keep your eyes peeled for your general reading for August as well. If you're interested in a private reading, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. Okay, let's get started. So it is my intention to read for both singles and those of you already involved in relationships. I've set that intention. But first and foremost, I'm going to follow the intuitive messages that I receive. But since I've set that intention, I'm hoping that messages for both will come through. Okay. So I'm seeing that a shift is happening, and it feels like it's something that you've been hoping for and waiting for. It feels really positive. Definitely some messages of love coming through. We have the two major arcana in the center with the Tower and the Chariot. And I feel that something has changed that is setting something in motion that for a lot of you is going to bring about some positive change romantically. So in terms of singles, I'm feeling that there may be something that was at a stage where you kind of knew that someone was interested but nothing was happening or wasn't happening in the way that you wanted it to, or you weren't entirely sure how the person felt. And it does feel like some sort of shift will happen where that person will come through and there's been a change. It's like they've kind of evolved in the sense that they are now ready to come forward more with clarity and with what's the word I'm thinking of? Like conviction about how they feel about you. So that's going to be something that plays out for some of you. That does feel like more someone for those of you who are single or possibly in the beginnings of something. That feels like a really positive shift. It's also possible that it's a water sign, so that might signal something for some of you. But I'm seeing the cups mostly coming up as that progression from like the knight to the king because of this shift that's taking place. I'm also picking up on the fact that you or this other person may have been feeling really torn about going in either direction. There could also be two water signs involved here, possibly one younger, or two just love interests. Again, it doesn't have to be water signs. I just feel like it's signaling that love intention or those feelings of love. And this shift could be happening, and it feels more like in you, Libra, where it would be like a shift from that indecision to being able to decide between the two of them because of some change that happens. And that change could be anything from, that person makes a decision to be, one of the people makes a decision to be with someone else, or they move, or something changes. It could also just be within you that you have a realization that you don't like something about one of them or you like something more about another one. So it could be about choosing too. In terms of those of you in established relationships, this feels like a shift within a partner as well. And again, it could be a water sign, but I feel that the cups in this case are signaling something around you wanting someone to be in tune more with their emotions or to communicate with you better in terms of how they are emotionally or to handle their emotions better. It could also be not just emotions, like to do with feelings or temper or something like that, but it could also be how in the emotional sense they're handling something else, work-related, something involving a habit or addiction, or again, just day-to-day emotions involving you, like someone not being upfront about how they feel about something, not asking how they want something to be, and that being something that has bothered you, but it feels like a shift is coming about that is going to change that and trigger something in this other person that will help them to evolve more from this knight figure into this king figure, where they have either a better grasp of their emotions, or they're more willing to communicate them, or they're just willing to make a change that you have been hoping for on some level. I'm not feeling like the change itself with the Tower is really anything tragic. I feel that it's coming up next to the Chariot as signaling that, without a doubt, something that you've been either feeling torn about or been hoping would be set in motion will be set in motion because of this change coming up. So that's what I'm getting with those two cards next to each other. Now, for some of you in relationships or not, it could just be in general, in regard to how you're feeling about someone else, I also feel that there may just be a progression within you from this more of like a Knight of Cups feeling to the King of Cups. Some of you may have been more guarded about emotions, and something changes that will help you to be more open about them. Or again, it could be any of those other things like I listed before, like how you cope with something in terms of emotions within you, or temper, or habits, or even addictions, or something like that, and something changes that helps you to evolve. But overall, it's this really positive energy of something coming in and helping this evolution to take place, or, as I mentioned, helping a choice to take place between two people, or even between two types of feelings around something. I'm also getting that for some of you, this is a different interpretation. It's feeling like those of you who might be in a relationship may also be sort of choosing between two people. Like someone else has come in to your life over the course of the past few months, maybe even years, but possibly few months, and that you've been feeling torn, and you've been hoping to get the courage to take some action to pursue this other person, maybe even to leave your relationship, and a change is coming in that's going to help you do that. And if it's not to actually leave or to pursue someone else, it could just be about coming forward and being open about it with this other person. And in that circumstance, where someone is in a current relationship and they're choosing between two people or have two love interests, well, obviously one is the partner that they're with. And I'm definitely getting the sense that for this scenario, it's most likely that neither one knows, that like it's not something you've shared with your partner yet and don't want to, and it's also not something that you've shared with the new love interest yet, for some of you. And then for others, it's possible that you have already begun something with another love interest, or at the very least shared your emotions with that person. But I'm getting the sense that that person is pretty uncomfortable that you're in a marriage or in a current relationship. And so that, in your opinion, has caused more confusion and then some stagnancy, and has also sparked within you a desire for a change. And again, that would be because you have feelings for this other person, and it's been acknowledged, maybe even mutual feelings, but the person sort of doesn't want to go any further because of your current situation, and you're reaching a point, or maybe reaching a point, where that is going to shift, and that's going to spark a change in you because you don't like the inaction, you don't like the stagnancy, and you want to get to a place where you feel happier and more fulfilled. And so there could be changes up ahead for some of you in current relationships. And just as a heads up, I'm not picking up anything on two people in the sense that someone you're with is involved with anyone. I'm not really picking up on anything with that. I didn't receive any messages around that, so I just wanted to say that. This feels like more to do with you specifically, Libra, in that scenario, and what you want, and a choice for you. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up here. Again, if you're interested in a private reading, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, and also email me if you have questions, or feel free to post comments below. Thank you.